Wall Street has dropped to levels not seen since 2003. The Dow Jones Industrial Average plunged below the 8,000 mark on Wednesday as the fate of Detroit's big three automakers and the economy disheartened investors.
The Dow finished down nearly 430 points at the 7,990 level. Stocks finished at their lows of the session after the big three automakers pleaded for relief during the second day of hearings in Washington. The heads of General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler are asking for a massive infusion of cash to prevent millions of layoffs and stay off bankruptcy. Economic worries caused across-the-board selling, with financial stocks particularly hard hit. At the same time, investors are discouraged by the Federal Reserve's sharply lowered projection for economic activity this year and next. The Fed predicts that with the economy forecast to lose traction or maybe join into reverse, unemployment will move higher. Reports on consumer prices and new home construction released by the government earlier in the day provided more evidence that the economy remains in flux. According to the Labor Department's Consumer Price Index, consumer prices plunged by the largest amount in the past 61 years in October, and the gasoline pump prices dropped by a record amount. Meanwhile, a government report on the housing sector showed that the industry's severe correction is continuing. The Commerce Department reported that construction of new homes plunged 4.5% last month to the lowest level on government records. Zhang Rui, CCTV.
Well, meanwhile, the CEO of General Motors, Rick Wagner, told the House Financial Services Committee in Washington that the collapse of the U.S. auto industry could lead to a loss of 3 million jobs within the first year and ripple throughout the communities in the nation. Chrysler CEO Bob Nardelli rejected suggestions that the automakers should seek Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, similar to airlines that later emerged restructured and leaner. And Ford Motor Company CEO Alan Mulally said the three automakers are highly interdependent and that their collapse would have a devastating ripple effect across the entire U.S. economy. The chairman of the House Financial Services Committee, Barney Frank, suggested that a congressional bias exists to the extent that lawmakers seem more inclined to intervene to help white-collar bankers than blue-collar auto workers. This is Worldwide Watch. These stories straight ahead. A suspected U.S. missile attack raises tensions inside Pakistan territory. And Israel refuses a UN request to open its border crossings with the Gaza Strip.